When the U.S. economy experienced its recession 6 years ago, many people turned towards entrepreneurship, specifically startups, as a means of income. Some states, like Arizona and Massachusetts, capitalized on this interest by increasing entrepreneurial involvement with their universities. Although Massachusetts holds a strong reputation for its work with entrepreneurships, Arizona, which lacks such a reputation, ranks competitively against the university-packed state. Since Arizona and Massachusetts both have similar population and startup growth levels, comparing the innovation labs at Arizona State University and Harvard offers a look into the state's startup sectors. ASU's New Media Innovation Lab Director Retha Hill discussed the school's approach to entrepreneurship.
That was one of the things that President Crow really emphasized, is that he wanted to see entrepreneurship be baked into the fabric of what we do at ASU.
Gordon Jones, the managing director of Harvard's Innovation Lab, more commonly referred to as the iLab, has been in charge since its start in 2011. Jones holds Massachusetts, particularly Boston's, focus on startups in high praise.
The greater Boston startup ecosystem is extremely vibrant. It's healthy. I think it's, my term would just be best in class.
CEO and co-founder of Plastic, Elliot Buchanan, utilized Harvard's iLab to expand his budding credit card payment startup. One of the biggest advantages to having a startup in Massachusetts for Buchanan was the unique dynamic it offered.
Competitive, collaborative nature that sort of blends together. They call it sort of co-opetition, right? Sort of competition and collaboration. I think that's one word that you could use to describe Boston that you couldn't really pinpoint in any other startup ecosystem in the world.
Environments play a key role for developing startups, as the business takes shape in regards to what the environment has to offer them.
Startup ecosystems are local, and each one has different dimensions, and they're almost always, if you look forensically, designed in a way that makes more sense when you understand the environment in which they're in.
According to Hill, Arizona's environmental advantages include its climate, low cost of living, and that it's home to ASU, the largest university in the nation. These unique characteristics play a major role for budding entrepreneurs.
That combination means that the atmosphere is ripe for innovation.
The iLab helps startups cover every aspect of starting a business that entrepreneurs may not think about, from connecting with big companies to fundraising, according to Buchanan, as well as the legality.
Also, as an early company, you forget about some things like even the legal side of things. Should we patent something? Should we trademark something? What are we allowed to do? What aren't we allowed to do? That's another asset that the iLab brought.
Many of the New Media Innovation Lab's positives and some of its successes were pointed out by Hill, but she also acknowledged how startups at the lab can end up abandoned.
We have a couple of success stories. I mean, as you know, most businesses fail, or the students, once they graduate, if they didn't get, Edson funding or Night News Challenge funding, they go off to work and, out of sight, out of mind.
Both directors seem proud of where their states and their labs stand and what's being done to progress the startup sector. But Jones reminds others about the overall purpose behind startups.
More is better. This is the ultimate meritocracy. Ideas win. Cancer doesn't care if someone from Harvard, Arizona State, Stanford, or somewhere around the world solves it. They care about problems being solved by smart individuals. Often those are interdisciplinary, so universities tend to be pretty central in that. But fundamentally, more is better.
For Rethinking Arizona's Economy, I'm Cortland Jeffrey.